All right, guys, if we don't get a chance to get together before Sunday's game, a few things that I want us to remember from yesterday's practice. That's our 2-3-2 and a 2-2-3. A couple things we didn't get a lot of time to go over was what do we do when this player, slot back on the offense, goes in motion, okay? What I want to do in that situation is we're going to switch it to a 2-2-2. 2-2-3. There we go. With the free safety, where Sam is going to follow, drop back to free safety position in zone. Mike's in zone. Will's keeping an eye out wherever he's going to go. Cornerbacks are in man, obviously. Now, the reason for this is once he gets here, if we get the handoff, I need Will and Mike to cut him off and the free safety to pay attention to the downfield here in case he beats them out. Cornerback's still paying attention to his man. So that's an important thing that we need to be paying attention to. If we flip this, and our slot back in motion on this side, now we watch for the motion. Because they line up on the strong side over here, this is Sam. This is Will. I don't care who it is in those positions, but Mike has got to know to let Sam and Will know who's Sam, who's Will on the play. Now, if we get a fake here, Sam, drop back to free safety in zone. Okay? Now we get a fake. This guy goes out for a pass. Cornerback's on this man. Cornerback's on this man. Now we're going out for a pass here. Now here's Will. Mike, probably not going to make it there. So the free safety's got to back up Will. Okay? Now he might go out and run it in. Might go out and run a corner. We don't know. Point is, free safety needs to be paying attention to the man in motion. You start off as Sam, you become the free safety. Now, pause that if you need to, whenever you need to. Now, let's say they're not running a simple motion play like that. Let's say we've got stacked up here, okay? Obviously, this is generally going to be a run. Let's say we have one wide receiver. We still need our cornerback. We obviously need our Mike. We need Sam and Will in this point. This side Sam, we have the strong side here. So Sam, Will. Obviously we had our tackles, so I didn't put those in there. Now in this rate, we have we can do two things. We can put in now we're not going to be in a 2-3-2 at this point. Okay? Well, actually we are going to be in a 2-3-2. Except, I don't need a cornerback over here. What I want is a strong safety. Okay, we didn't talk about that yesterday. I need this strong side to be covered. I also need this strong safety to play a big zone back here. Okay, so he's a strong safety, free safety kind of thing. I want him to start on this side because if we get beat out this corner and we come up here on a post and Sam is watching this guy, I need a strong safety to be here. Okay, and obviously my Mike is covering the field, and my Will is watching this side. So that's still a 2-3-2 with our two backs being the safety and the cornerback and our three up the middle. Okay, like I said, pause it if you need to. If we see a formation like this on offense, we're going to run a 2-3-2 in this fashion. now, on to our basic 2-2-3. We got a Mike. Whatever, Mike. Now, in a situation where we run a 2-2-3, is I'm looking at predominantly that they're going to pass this ball. So that would be like a deuces and a single over here. So they're both on the line of scrimmage. So I'm assuming this is going to be a pass. Okay? In fact, it has to. So obviously now our Sam is over here. CB. CB. Now Sam in this rate, he is a cornerback, but we'll call him Sam, okay? He's just going to line up a little bit further. Out. He's going to cover in man, man, man. Mike and Will are our two in the middle. So our two tackles, two, okay, and our three. So that's if we see a real strong, probably going to be a pass play. Now Will in this scenario is really going to drop back. And Mike, honestly, he's just going to play zone in this scenario, up the middle, looking for our posts, looking for our drags coming across, looking for the ends. Okay, chances are this guy's not going to. Both of these guys are not going to run a post, so we're probably going to run an in or a drag, something like that, maybe an out. So Sam's got to be watching that. Mike's got to be watching the center of the field for the inside play. Sam's got to be watching for the outside and honestly just tracking him. So that's a variation that we didn't talk about either. The point is, whatever we see the offense do, we're going to line up our Sam on the strong side no matter what. And Mike's always going to be in the middle, calling shots. Listen to your Mike. That's going to be Samson. That's going to be Blake probably sometimes. Dominic, I have to see what Dominic is capable of. Those are going to be your Mikes. Most of the time, Samson. Now, our standard 2-2-3 that we did yesterday with our slot back, and we're going to see a lot of this type of formation. We might see even a stacked I, okay? And what they're going to do is, and then we might have a wide receiver playing close. What they're going to do is we're going to see a lot of reverses here, okay, in flag. He's going to reverse to him. He's going to reverse to him, and he's going to take off this way on the strong side, okay? We're going to see that. Flag coaches like to run that a lot. So, Mike. Now in this case, actually, we're not going to run a 2-2-3. We're going to run a 2-3-2. Why? Because I don't need two cornerbacks at this point. I don't need. I forgot what I was saying. Doesn't matter. Let's go. So, Sam, cornerback. Will. And then we'll have another deep. We'll have a free safety on this side. We'll either have a free safety on this side, or he'll be over here as a strong safety, whatever. So now, point is here, Mike's in zone. Will's got his zone. Free safety's got his zone. Sam and the cornerback on this side have man on him and zone here. So we're not going to run strictly man. We're not going to run strictly zone. It's up to you to look at the offense and understand we need to be paying who we're supposed to be paying attention to. Sam and Mike are watching these backs, okay, and Will. They're all watching these backs to see where they go. Watching those running backs. So once we identify who has the ball, we can attack. I don't want everybody rushing in. I don't want Will to blitz on this and have the ball go this way, and now Will is no longer a defender out here. He's stuck in the backfield. He's done. So we need to be conscious of identifying where the ball is first. Most of the time, we're going to run a 2-3-2. And if we start off in the 2-3-2, and then we'll shift depending on whether or not there's motion. So now, oops. That's really what I want us to understand. And the most important thing is, let's go back to that. Let's go back to the first part. Where Will needs to be telling Sam, oh, not Will, Mike. I don't know if you can see past me. We need to be very, very conscious of this motion, okay? As soon as we see motion on the strong side, now we need to identify what's happening right here. Are we getting a fake? Pay attention, Mike. Are we getting a fake, or is it an actual handoff? And that's why Sam has got to drop back to the free safety in zone, okay? That is what I really want anybody who's a Sam on the strong side of the ball. Anybody who is that Sam needs to understand we need to be going behind the mic and not blocking his field of vision. So if Sam's coming across, what happens if he's right here and we get the handoff? Mike can't see. He doesn't know, he can't identify where the ball is. And now Sam is in a position where if we get quick enough and we go to the outside with the motion guy, Sam's chasing him. Mike couldn't see because Sam was in the way, and now we're both chasing. And hopefully Will is paying attention enough to cut him off. But chances are not. So we need to be paying attention, making sure we do not cross in front of the Mike or the Will, because we're going to end up letting them get to the sidelines and see you later. All right? And that's what we don't want. And that's why that Sam, when he drops back to free safety, he needs to be watching this area, okay? He needs to shift. He needs to stay eyes forward and shift. I don't want him, I also don't want the free safety to preemptively go and start rushing at the running back, who was the slot back, became running back. I don't want him to go there right now. I want Will and Mike to handle that runner. And if they can't, at least I have the free safety back here covering the zone. I know it looks like crap, but I think you understand. So let's start over here. Let's do it one more time. And just get rid of all of it. Do it one more time. Now on a fake in that scenario. So same scenario, but they didn't get the ball. They didn't give it to this slot back. So Mike, Sam, Will. Now, same thing. Cornerbacks are on the wide receivers. Mike's in zone. Here comes the motion. Sam, drop back, free safety, in zone. We get a fake here. So now he's still eligible receiver. Even though we had the fake, he could still go out and run a little in and receive there, or he could run a hitch and receive there. So now, in this scenario, we've got this. We need the cornerbacks to be on their man. So let's say this guy's go ahead and he's running it in. My cornerback's going with him. I don't need a Sam over here anymore, okay? I've become the weak side. So Mike's going to obviously be paying attention to that in case beats out the cornerback, goes ahead and runs a post. So now free safety then needs to be watching here and everywhere. And this is his land back here, okay? Will is keeping an eye on that running back who now became a receiver. Mike's doing the same. And Mike also, cornerback here, obviously doing the same thing. Here, oh, we got a post here. Well, free safety. Watch it. You got to watch your cornerbacks to know whether or not that the wide receivers beat them out. If it's a super fast kid right here and he beats out Hunter here at cornerback, and takes off, I need that free safety to be there. We don't just want to be scrambling around the field like we're at recess. We want to be understanding our assignments. We're going to see a lot of different things. They're going to line up a lot of different ways. It's going to be a lot of trick plays. Always are in flag. They like to do reverses and laterals and, multiple laterals. We're not going to get into that right now as far as how to set up a defense against that. As long as we set up our standard 2-3-2 to start, and we are conscious of what the offense is doing, no matter what they run, as long as we stay on assignment, we'll be able to beat them out. And defense, let me explain something. Defense wins games. Okay? I've said it before, I'll say it 1,000 times. Defense wins games. Our offense right now is established enough to, I don't think we're going to have an issue with the other team's defenses. But we can score one time and win the game. We could get a safety. We could get 2 points and win the game. Defense wins games. So that's why I've been really focused on that. We missed the practice this week. That's why I'm making the video, because we haven't had a lot of time to go over the defense. So, stay rested this weekend. We got the game on Sunday. Remember this stuff. Watch this video a couple times if you need to. Be hydrated, okay, before we go to the game. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be, but it doesn't matter. No matter what the weather's going to be hydrated. You don't want to be out there cramping up, and coach, my leg, it's tight, it's stiff, But we need to stay hydrated. Most importantly, stay hydrated. So remember this stuff, and remember your routes. And when we go to our pre-practice, when we go to the game, we are going to quickly run through defense first, and then we're just going to run routes. And we don't have actually established written plays yet, but we're going to huddle. Oh, that's another thing. When we huddle on offense and defense, okay, I want it to be quick, okay? We need to manage the clock here. So it's a running clock. So I'm talking no more than 10 seconds in the huddle, especially on defense, because we need to get into where we're at. Now, one more thing. So here we have 2-3-2-7 is what I'm going to call this. I forgot about this. Now, in this case, we do not have to send these tackles in. We do not have to. Okay? Not every time. We do not. Depending on what kind of offense we're looking at, and we'll gauge that when we get to the game, or when we get into the game. Once we learn these teams a little bit and how they run their offense. So now, if we're in the huddle and I say, guys, 2-3-2, I'm going to say that pretty much every time, 2-3-2. Unless I see something and I say, we might as well just have the free safety back there right now so there's no confusion. I'm going to say 2-3-2-7. Now, 2-3-2-7 means that all 7 players are going to drop back into zone, okay? Except for the cornerbacks. Cornerbacks are always man. Now, what I mean by that is down, set, hut. Normally what we do, send them tackles in, shoot them gaps, let's get that quarterback, okay? Now let's say we have a weak quarterback who's got a weak arm, all right? Or they throw a lot of short passes, something like that. And we have something like this going on. And let's say this guy's going to run it in, and this guy's going to run a drag. Probably not, but and this guy's going to run a post, okay? And so in this scenario, I'm not worried about these guards, okay? And all I'm going to do on 7, so if I say 2-3-2-7, what we're going to do is we're going to maintain our position here, okay, unless there's motion. And the tackles are going to drop back into zone, okay? we're not going to engage the guards at all. Okay, we're going to drop back in the zone, let them get confused and say, oh, why am I not being contacted here? And now you're back looking at this end, and that's going to stop the short pass or the quick run pretty effectively, depending on what the skill set of the offense that we're going against. So if I say 2-3-2-7, that means all 7 men are downfield, okay? Not penetrating, okay? We don't want that. So that's when I say 7. I'm not going to call it that often because I want sacks, because when we get sacks, even if I do 2-3-2-7 and they're at 3rd down and 2, I don't really want to do that. So because this guy could drop back, come in motion. We got a quick, little hand up, boom, he's got the 2 yards. Anyways, let's try to get the sack. Let's try to get in there and penetrate. So depending on the scenario, and I'll call the plays, but that's what that is. 2-3-2-7. All right, video's getting a little long. So just like I said, just remember this stuff. Remember the 2-3-2, where you're supposed to line up, who you are. Mike is Samson, Blake, just everybody needs to know all the positions. I don't want to designate one person that's going to be year-round Mike. It's most of the time going to be Samson, yes, because he played middle linebacker last year in tackle. So he understands the field and how to read the offense. So remember your angles, okay? If Mike is out here and we got a running back coming up, and the running back gets here, I don't want Mike going here. I want Mike going here, okay? I want him to cut him off. I don't care that he gets that extra yard or 2. We need to stop him. Otherwise, there he goes. If we go here, now we're chasing, and you better be very, very fast because you've got to change directions. If you got a guy coming up this way and you go straight here, and by the time you get there, he's here, you now have to change direction, which takes time. He's on a straight line. Change direction and chase him all the way up the field. And I don't want to see it. So the angles are very important. We'll talk about that more before the game. But mostly just watch this video, rewatch it if you have to, and then remember the defense. And I'll see you guys on Sunday.